So today I'm going to be talking about 4 signs that your boyfriend has feelings for his best friend. Now this can very well apply to men or same-sex couples, okay? So the very first sign that your boyfriend has feelings for his best friend is that he's always talking about her. He's always talking about his BFF. And even if they're not best friends, okay, this doesn't only apply to best friends. This can also apply to a friend, okay? So if he's always talking about her, no matter what you guys are doing, no matter what's going on, he's always bringing her up and he keeps bringing up her name, that's a sign, okay? Now, typically, it's not just one sign, okay? Typically, it's that and other things that this person does, okay? Because when you have a best friend and you hang out with this person, of course you're gonna talk about them. It's a given that you're gonna bring them up because that's your best friend and you do things together and you have history. So this is not necessarily something that you should be on the lookout if there are not other signs showing up as well, okay? Because best friends talk about their best friends, okay? So make sure that there's other things going on aside from them bringing them up. So that's just one sign. Let me move on to the next sign. The next sign is that they're always comparing you to them. They're always comparing you to them. Such and such has hair like this. Maybe you should try this hair color. Such and such is trying this new diet. Maybe you should try it. Such and such runs every morning to keep in shape. And I'm pretty sure we don't want to hear that, okay? We don't want to hear about any other woman and her body. We do not want to hear our man talk about whether that's his best friend or not. We're not trying to hear that, okay? But men, and I'm gonna say men because typically women are smarter than that and women watch their mouths. But men, it's like they don't really think about things. They just open their mouths and they think that we're not gonna realize what they're saying. We're not gonna add things up. So yeah, a man will do this. Women will do it as well, but like I said, women are a little bit more careful in the way that they do things. A man will straight up compare you to his best friend without even realizing that he's doing so, okay? So pay attention to that. He will compare you to his best friend, okay? Without even knowing, okay? It's just automatic. The third sign is that he will prioritize his time with her. He will spend more time with her. If she has an event going on and you have an event going on that day, he is more likely to tend to her things, to her events, to her parties, to whatever she has going on before he makes time for you. And that's a very big red flag, okay? Because if your man spends more time with his best friend, who happens to be a female, I mean, that should be a volcano of a red flag for you to understand that, wait a minute, you are putting this person before me. And I understand that's your best friend and everything, but I'm your woman. I'm the one who's sleeping with you, okay? I'm the one who's giving you that good. So you should prioritize me. I mean, that is just a given, okay? Okay, if your man is prioritizing his best friend, when it comes down to time, when it comes down to gifts, when it comes down to all of these things, again, that's a volcano of a red flag, okay? You need to pay attention to that. That man has feelings for that woman, okay? Number 4, if your man defends his BFF against anything and everybody, including you, even when she's wrong, he has very strong feelings for her. He has very strong feelings to the point where he cannot even hide them. Because one thing about love, okay, when you really care about somebody, when you love somebody, when you care, when there's feelings involved, when there's love involved, you're going to defend that person. You're going to stick up for them, even if they're in the wrong, even if they're doing really like ratchet behaviors, okay? Even if they're doing really messed up things, you're gonna stick up for them because you care, because there's feelings involved. And that's a natural thing. You cannot even fight it. There's feelings involved. And they come out, like I said, naturally, because when you care about somebody, it's just that protector within you. When you love and care about somebody, that you like, what did you say about such and such? What did you say? No, she's not like that. She's not like that. I know her. She didn't mean it like that. They're gonna always come up with a reason to be defending them. And that number one reason is, that's my best friend, or that's my friend. I know her heart. I know that she doesn't mean to do what she's doing, even though she's in the wrong. She doesn't mean it. I know that because I know her. That's my best friend. So they're always going to stick up for this person when they really care, when there's feelings involved. And once again, even when they're in the wrong, they're going to take their side and not yours. Again, big red flag, okay? Now, I had this conversation with somebody a couple of days ago, and this person said, well, if he really cares about his best friend, if there's feelings involved, then why doesn't he just leave me? Why is he with me and he has these strong feelings for his best friend or his friend or whatever? And I'm going to give you a few reasons. Well, there's a lot of reasons why, okay? There's a lot of reasons why a person might stick to the person that they're with while having feelings for their best friend or friend, and possibly even being in love with their friend, okay? The number one reason why a person might have feelings for their best friend and still carry on a relationship with somebody else is fear. So if you've been friends with a person for a very long time, you're going to be fearful of coming out to your friend, coming out to your best friend and telling them that, hey, I think I have feelings for you. I think I may be in love with you. I think there's something else going on. You're going to feel fear because, first of all, you don't want to end the friendship. And that very well can end the friendship. Why? Because if this person turns you down, it's going to feel very awkward. It's going to feel very awkward for you to continue that friendship after that has been confessed. After somebody has said this, and they're in a relationship, or maybe you're in a relationship, and now they're telling you that, I don't see you as a best friend, I don't see you as a friend anymore, I love you, or I have feelings for you. There's a lot of fear, okay, that the person who's saying this, the person who's confessing, is going to feel. Naturally, they're going to be fearful of losing that friend, of that friendship coming to an end. Fear of getting turned down. Fear of having their heart broken, okay? Fear of that relationship not even working out. Fear that they're probably wrong. So they're gonna second guess themselves and probably say things like, you know what, I'm tripping. That's my friend. I'm familiar with her. It's not love. I think I'm bugging. I'm not in love with her. I don't love her. Some people will just push that to the side because, again, they don't want to mess up the friendship, but they don't want to start something that they're not even really sure about. So that's why some people don't even take that step, because fear alone will paralyze them, okay? So that's the number one reason, is fear. Another reason is external influences. It could be that they did tell somebody that I feel like I'm falling in love with my friend. but they're already committed. They might be engaged to you. They might be engaged to you. They might be in a very serious relationship with you. They've been with you for a very long time, and then they talk about this to their sister or their brother or their mother or their father, people that they trust. And if these people tell your man that you should stick to your girlfriend, you know, you're probably confused, you're probably, you know, confusing things, stay in your relationship, stay with such and such. We like your girl. We don't want you to break up with your girl. Stay with your girl. Leave your friend alone. That's probably nothing. You're just confused. And your boyfriend is going to listen to that. Your boyfriend is probably not going to make a move, because if he's not mature enough, okay, to understand that this is my life, I'm going to make my choices, I'm not going to let anybody influence me, he's going to be influenced by other people. And he's not going to make his own choices, okay? So if he doesn't have the cojones, if he doesn't have the balls to make his own choices, he's going to listen to everybody and their mother, okay, about what he should be doing with his own life, okay? So that's another reason. Another reason, like I said, is he might not want to hurt other people involved, meaning you, meaning your parents, meaning your family that he has already known. He is committed to you. He has been committed to you. So there's other people that are involved in making that decision, okay? So breaking commitments, that fear of hurting other people might stop him from making that decision, okay? Another reason why your man might not be going for his friend, might not be making a move, is because he might be thinking with his head and not his heart. He's not allowing his heart to lead him. Perhaps you look better on paper. Perhaps you have a better job. Perhaps he's thinking that he's going to have a better future with you and not his friend. He probably has more stability, financial stability with you, and he's just thinking about the bag, and he's just thinking about the money, and he's not thinking about no connection. He's ignoring the connection, and he's thinking about his future with you, his financial gains with you, his convenience with you, okay? Another reason why your boyfriend might not be choosing to approach his friend, to tell his friend, to start a relationship with his friend, and it's with you, is because he's immature. Immaturity. He has not recognized the connection. He doesn't see the connection for what it is. He's ignoring his intuition, and he's comfortable with you. That comfort zone feels so comfortable. That comfort zone feels so good and safe that stepping out of that into something new, into something fearful, into something that's unknown, even though he's familiar with his friend, but in another, you know, they've had another type of relationship, okay, might be so scary to him, okay, that he might just be very comfortable with your relationship, and it's just, he's too scared to even approach his friend like that, okay? So these are just some reasons why. There's many others, and I don't have the time, okay, because you guys already know I don't like making long videos. I am not one of those people that will sit here for an hour talking about whatever, not even narcs, and I love to talk about narcs, but I won't even sit there for an hour, okay? So these are just reasons that I thought of the past few days after I had the conversation with this person, because listen, sometimes, I'm not gonna even say something, a lot of times men will stay in a situation, and I say men, but women as well, it's just that men are not really in tune with their emotions, so men are less likely to pay attention to their intuition. A man will sit there for years now, decades, in a marriage that he's miserable, in a relationship that he's miserable in, just because he is ignoring his intuition, just because he doesn't want to hurt the family, just because a lot of different things, but mainly it's because they're not in touch with their emotions. A man will sit there and ignore his emotions, okay? Suck it up and be unhappy. Women, on the other hand, we're more likely to take actions. And I'm not saying all men. There are men that are not going to do that. There are men out there who are very, very in tune with their emotions, their intuition, and they do what they have to do. They're not influenced by people. There's a lot of men that, believe me, if they're in love with their best friend or their friend, they're gonna let you know, listen, girl, even if they don't tell you that they're in love with their friend, even if they don't tell you that, you know, they're in love with somebody else, period, they're gonna let you go. There's a lot of men that will do that. Okay, but typically, as we all know, women are the ones who sense things, and we're intuitive. We know, we perceive, we sense. We know when something's going on. We know when something's going on. We know things sometimes even before they're about to happen. We sense it. We sense it. Typically, we're the ones who end a relationship because we're like, you know what? I'm feeling something is off. I don't want to deal with this. I'm done with you. Typically, women are the ones who end relationships because they are intuitive, because they are in touch with their emotions and they listen to it. Not all the time. Not all the time now. We don't always listen, but we typically sense when something isn't right. If you're watching this video because you sense that your man is having some type of feelings for his best friend, there's a reason why. Okay, there's a reason why you're watching it. There's a reason why you clicked on it, because you're sensing something. Your intuition is telling you something isn't right here, and you're just watching the video to confirm perhaps what you already know. You probably already know he has feelings for this woman, and I know it. And listen, girl, this man is very unlikely. It is very unlikely that this man or this young man, okay, is going to sit up there and tell you, yes, honey, yes, baby, I'm sorry, I'm in love with my best friend. They're not gonna do that, okay? If you're waiting on that confession, it's not gonna happen, because it is very unlikely for a man to confess to you, even if you confront him. Even if you confront him with facts, and we know this, you can confront a man with hard facts. You do this for her, you do this for her, you do this for her. I feel like something's going on with you. And you know what he's gonna say? Absolutely not. You're crazy. Absolutely. They're not going to confess, okay? They're not going to confess. So it is up to you to think about it, to go over these things that I've mentioned, to go over your life, to go over your relationship, and figure out, do I really want to continue to do this? Am I going to be the third wheel? Because listen, I don't want to say this because I don't want to hurt nobody's feelings, okay? But I'm going to be honest, okay? When a man has feelings for a woman, when a man is in love with a woman, he might stay with you 2 years, 3 years, and ignoring those feelings, okay? He might stay with you 5 years, he might stay with you 10 years, he might stay with you 15 years, he might stay with you 20 years. But on that 25th year, if he's still feeling those feelings for that woman, honey, he's going to act on them. And when you already know, when you're already feeling, going into the relationship, going into the engagement, even prior to these things, and you're already feeling, remove yourself. Remove yourself, because it's only going to get worse. Because when love is involved, it's only a matter of time. It's only a matter of time before that man decides, I'm choosing to live. I'm choosing to make myself happy. I'm choosing to go with my heart. Even if they spent 50 years trying to make you happy and they're miserable and they're just trying to make everybody happy, the family, the mom, the father, the sister, the brother. one day they're gonna choose happiness, okay? Eventually somebody, and even if they don't choose happiness, even if they stay with you, you're not gonna be happy. You're not going to be happy knowing and feeling like that man's heart is not yours, okay? And I'm just talking, you know, I'm looking into the future because I've seen this happen, okay? I've seen this happen a lot of times, okay? So if you're just going out with this person and it's starting like this in the beginning, and he refuses to let go of that friend, and that friend is in the picture a year, the next year, the third year, the fifth year, and you still feel like, okay, he has feelings for this person, but what are you waiting for? What are you waiting for? Because eventually that man is going to choose. And like I said, he may or may not choose her, but he's not going to be happy with you, and you're not going to be happy with him. So nobody wins, okay? He's not going over there because he's fearful. He's not going over there because he's comfortable. He's not moving over there because there's other people in his ear and he's listening to other people, okay? So that's why. And that was my video on this lovely Tuesday, because I'm doing this on Monday night, but you guys will get it on Tuesday. So that was my video for today, you guys. I love you guys. Take care, and I will see you on my next video.